Hello viewers, my name is Gladys. It's been a while. I've been on YouTube and I'm glad to be back. Before now, I was speaking on the topic, growing up without parents, the experiences, the challenges, and the trauma that comes with it. Now that I'm back, I want to add spiritual experiences to it, and I call that topic spiritual tips. And today, I'm going to speak on the signs you see when there's an evil altar in your family. Signs of an evil altar in a family. What is altar? An altar is a place where men meet spirits. An altar can also be seen as a place where destinies are hijacked. We have evil altar and we have godly altar. Godly altar is an altar that investment and covenant have been made with God Almighty. Then an evil altar is an altar that covenants and investments have been made between men and evil spirits. We remember in the days of old, when men want to pray to God, it was through an altar. And also, when men want to appease for their sins, it was also through an altar. That is how important an altar is to a family or a society. What are these signs? Number one sign is conflict or division. Conflict or division. We know that God is love, and where there is God, there is love. So where there is evil, there must be the opposite way, which is conflict. You will discover that I know where 2 or 3 people are, there must be misunderstandings. But how do you know the presence of altar, the conflict that breathes out from a presence of an altar? Is that kind of persistent conflict that never ends without any genuine reason for that conflict. Year in, year out, people try to settle, but they can never settle amicably. While this problem is ending, another one is rising. There is never an end to that conflict. That is a family where there's a presence of an altar, because there's an altar that powers this conflict. Where you did not see conflict, you will discover that there is division in that family. The division is the disconnection of conversation between the family members or among family members. Because whenever there is relationship and there are conversations, those family members are going to realize that they are experiencing virtually the same thing in that family. And where 2, 3, or 4 people are experiencing the same thing, we know it's not a coincidence. So they will know that there's going to be there's problem in that family. Why conflict? The reason for conflict is to divide or to tear the family apart. And secondly, to distract the family members from the main enemy of the family. Number 2, we have misbehavior of children, where you see promising children growing up, and overnight with good characters, then overnight they began to imbibe some kind of vices, social vices like drinking, smoking, all manner of vices. When you see that thing in a family from one person to another, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, just know that there's a presence of an altar in that family. Number 3 sign is mysterious death or premature death, where you see that year in, year out, someone dies in a family prematurely or mysteriously. Know that there's a presence of an altar. And when it has to do with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, and sometimes it's 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, just know that there is a presence of an evil altar. Another sign is abject poverty. Abject poverty, where you see hard-working men and women who never amount to anything. Mostly, there's a presence of an altar. You will see them very hard-working, but they walk like an elephant and eat like an ant with nothing to show for it, from one person to the other. For the entire family, there is a presence of an altar. Another sign is lack of direction, especially for your destiny. If you check your life, you see that you have so much potentials, so much ideas that other people are putting into use and making their lives better. But whenever you try to do it, you are confused, or those ideas disappear from your mind. That is the presence of an altar. There's always confusion and lack of what idea on what to do, or lack of direction in life, especially concerning your destiny. That is the presence of an altar. Another sign is cycle of sicknesses, where you see there's diabetes in the family, father has it, mother have it, children have it from generation to generation. It's a sign that there's an altar powering those cycle of sicknesses. Sometimes it could be cancer, mother died with it, daughters are dying with it, especially like breast cancer. It's a sign that there is an evil altar powering those ailments. You will see it from generation to generation. That is the reason why you know that there's an evil altar. There are many signs that shows that there's an evil altar in a family. But these are the few signs that I choose to mention, which are mostly the major signs that are obvious. Thank you for watching. If you've been my follower before now, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are just watching me for the first time, please subscribe to this channel. I have lots of spiritual tips to bring to you. My name is Gladys, and my YouTube channel is Gladys TV. Thank you for watching.